Hello, here's Kramer's Corner with an update on the FX market and the interest rates. And this video is for educational purpose only. There's no recommendation or advice whatsoever intended. So let's start with euro dollar as usual and zoom in here on the daily chart on euro dollar. Trading around the 100 moving average Friday. That is the second time he tried several times there. Just around 115.60 and a little bit more. Closed actually above the cloud, positive sentiment, but I think we maybe could see a little bit of a setback. I can actually see, yeah, it actually opened here just now, isn't it? Yeah, 17th of August, that's what we are trading. So it actually opened here just around that level. There's potential up to short term to the 200 moving average coming down here, this peak, and 116.20. We could see a push up there, especially if it takes out the peak there from Friday. Support around 115, taking out that, well, then we could see it setting back again. Sterling dollar, strong move there on Friday, touched the previous peak, and here around 135.60 area in a bullish trend. Positive sentiment on the RSI, a little bit stretched though, so let's see. But if it takes out the peak there from Friday, then expect a move higher towards 136.50, these peaks over here, and the 138.2 projection of this correction there. However, you can see here we just opened the market in early session Asia at the time that I'm recording this video, so let's see what it will do. Still very thin trading, but we are sitting back a little bit. Euro sterling, still 85.20 support, that is key, and resistance up here around just below 86 that needs to be taken out. But look at this, we have all moving average decline 55 there, so I think my money, I'm not trading it, but I would expect it to break bearish. You can also see negative sentiment on the RSI still got rejected on 60 threshold a couple of times, and if it takes out 40, well, then expect lower levels in euro sterling. The yen pairs are actually quite interesting. We have the dollar yen here just below 159.60, which is 50% of this sell-off there, where we have some central banks intervening, and then we have bounced and taken already 50% of it back. And look out for that level the next week or so. We could slide back. Maybe they will intervene again, say no, you're not passing this 159.60 area. If it starts taking out 158.50, well, maybe we could see a pressure down again. So if that starts to play out, what I will do, I will add Fibonacci to this and say, all right, let's see what happens. We have some levels here. We have the 38.2 here, just below 158, and we have the 61.8 here, 156.87, just a few pips from this spike down there. Euro yen, has bounced even further, actually above the 200 moving average to the 61.8 retracement there, 184.37. But you can see here we actually opened a little bit lower, just around the 200 moving average. So maybe it will slide back. And if it takes out the spike down there, let me just add that one at 183.10. Then I think we will see it sliding back further, and maybe will there be another intervention? You never know what the central banks could do, but we could see it down to 182.50, maybe down to 182. Sterling yen. Well, sterling yen also bounced up to the 61.8 retracement of the entire bearish move there. Especially after it got hit that, but it actually started up there. And 61.8 retracement, 215.75. You can see it open a little bit lower, trying to push up. If it takes out Friday's peak, expect to move up to 217.45. That could be seen, the 786 retracement. However, if it starts lying back below the 100 moving average, then it could come under further pressure, but I don't expect it, to be honest. You can see the 100 actually moving higher, 50 also higher. Underlying trend is bullish, but let's see the negative. The negative here is that, or what is weighing on it, is the RSI trading around 50, as still in a negative sentiment, as you can see here. So let's see the breakout. Let me just add a horizontal line so you can better see that. I think that will be key towards these two levels for the next move. Aussie yen above 61.8 retracement there Friday, but it hasn't opened yet, interestingly enough. That's weird, But anyway, just below the cloud around the 100 moving average, still negative sentiment, but let's see if it can push up and get back above 113. Maybe there could be further upside. We have the 786 retracement here, just around at the 113.5. But that could be key here. Monday, what's going on Monday, Tuesday, maybe. Will it slide back or will it actually get really back above there? The Aussie dollar tested the peak and resistance there at just below 71. Did we actually touch it? No, 5 pips, 4 or 5 pips from it. So, but we are still in a bullish trend. Positive sentiment. There's actually no divergence, so we could see it pushing higher, and the 100 moving actually rising there. So let's see. I think if it takes out the peak from Friday, then I think we'll see it pushing higher, and then there's finally potential up to this area here around 71. 30, 40 level, these peaks here, and the 138.2 projection of this correction there. Dollar Canada ended the week with extending its bearish trend to the 786 retracement there, just around 138.70, and that's where we also seem to be starting this week here. Just around, you can see it's actually started out there. There is risk or potential, depending on which side you're on, actually down to this level here at 137.60, 65. But let's see, we are also, there's a little bit correction here. We could bounce from it, but keep an eye on it. The bearish trend is still intact. Negative sentiment indicating lower levels, but as we have seen many times, we can see a little bit of correction after a sell-off. Swiss franc pushed higher Friday, but opening a little bit lower here this week. But you can see we actually got above the 94, and the next one is 94.5, 94.45. There could be until up to 95, where we have the 200 weekly moving average coming down. Positive sentiment on the R side, both on weekly here and on the daily here, indicating likely higher levels. So it seems like US Swiss is continuing slowly higher, a little bit of setback from time to time. Dollar Swiss, on the other hand, look at that. It actually tested the 61.8 retracement at 81.40 here Thursday and Friday, opening lower today. So let's see where it can take it. I think if it takes out these peaks here from Thursday and Friday, well, we will see a move up to around 81.65, possibly higher. But let's see about that. I mean, 55 moving average really pushing higher. There's positive sentiment on the R side, but it is under pressure, as you can see. Got rejected there at 60 threshold. It needs to get back above 60 threshold really to to support further upside. So keep an eye on these peaks here from Thursday and Friday. The dollar index, well, dollar index hasn't opened just yet, but closed just above the lower part of the cloud. We still have this support here in the region around 99.30, but I wouldn't be surprised. Could it take it out? Could it possibly do? But we have some strong support in this area between 99.13 and 99.30. And then we also have the 200 moving average. However, negative sentiment indicating lower levels. So keep an eye if it takes out this low here, actually from 99.28 from earlier here in August. Okay, let's have a look at the yields. It seems like it's trading sideways here, US 10-year Treasury yields. And in the bigger picture, it is also trading here at 470 dash room up to 480. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see that being reached within a week or two. I mean, it's hard to say on a timeline. Let's have a look at the European yields here. EU 10-year just below the 322 peak. If it takes it out, which I believe it will, you can see where we have the RSI Friday actually back above 60 threshold. And if we draw a trend line, as we can see here, that is really something you can actually see. We have actually broken above it. So I think we'll see higher rates also in Europe. 327, possibly even 330. That's not going to be fun, is it? UK 10 also bounced there, but needs to take out 513. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually does test it. And then we have this peak up here at 520 to look for. The Japanese 10 is pushing towards the previous 290 peak And if it takes it out, which I believe it will, well, then we could certainly be looking at 3%. On the crypto side, Bitcoin humming sideways, really not much to say. And if we draw a trend line, just a horizontal line, you can see there is a little bit of support in this region. We can also see them down here around 62,200. Ethereum also sideways. We have a little bit of support here. If it takes out that 1820, well, then we could have a downtrend. But let's see about that. For now, it's just sideways. All right, that's all for today. Have a nice day, a nice week ahead, and keep chatting out there. Talk to you later.